Alright, let's dive into this. So, the latest article about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry really paints a controversial picture of the couple, especially Meghan, who's being labelled by some as Duchess difficult. Allegedly, there are reports of her behaviour being so intense that it has driven staff members to tears and caused people to quit their jobs. Now, look, I know the media tends to sensationalize things, but when you have this many stories about staff turnover and a pattern of people leaving, it does make you wonder if there's some truth behind it. The part that really stands out to me is the idea that Meghan doesn't take advice and might belittle people in the process. If that's true, it's a tough situation to be in. No one likes a toxic work environment, and I think we've all experienced situations where we've felt undervalued or belittled by a boss or colleague. But, to play devil's advocate, being in such a high-pressure role can definitely bring out difficult behaviors in people. I can only imagine the stress of living under constant media scrutiny, balancing royal duties, and having your every move analyzed. Now, Prince Harry, he's always been described as charming, but the article suggests he might be enabling Meghan's behavior by not stepping in when things go wrong. That's a tricky dynamic. I get it, you want to support your partner, especially in the face of public criticism, but sometimes supporting means having those hard conversations behind the scenes. One thing that's undeniable is the sheer number of staff members who have reportedly left since the couple's marriage. 18 people in 5 years, and more than 9 since they moved to California. That's not a small number. There's got to be some real tension behind the scenes for that many people to leave their roles. If Meghan really is sending angry emails at 5 a.m. and throwing tantrums, as the article suggests, it sounds like an exhausting place to work. And let's not forget Harry's part in all of this. His decision to isolate himself, having a bodyguard as his closest confidant, says a lot about his current state of mind. That level of isolation can't be easy. The man is about to turn 40, and while he says is excited for the next decade, it sounds like he's still struggling to find his footing in the U.S., far removed from the royal life he once knew. What I find really interesting is how they've built up this image in the U.S., with Meghan and Harry often being seen as advocates for social causes, but behind the scenes, there's this narrative of chaos. The media is calling attention to the disconnect between their public image and the behind-the-scenes drama with staff turnover and management issues. On a more personal level, I'm curious about how Meghan handles all this criticism. It must be incredibly tough to have so many stories circulating about your leadership style. But at the same time, if you're in a position of power and people are saying you're difficult to work with, maybe it's time to take a step back and reflect. Ultimately, I think this paints a complicated picture of the couple. While they continue to push forward with their charitable work and raise their family, these staff issues aren't going away. It raises questions about leadership, accountability, and how they plan to move forward with their Archwell Foundation and public work. Let's see if Harry's 40th birthday brings a shift in perspective for them both. Maybe this milestone will give him the clarity he needs to navigate these rocky waters. Time will tell.